All right, man. We just gonna go ahead and get started, man.
In honor of the king.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy, DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, man, right there. There you go.
P original, baby. New week, new episode, but we back at it. Back at it. I ain't gonna start singing like you, man.
You can sing like me if you want, man.
No.
Yeah, man, it's the King's Day, man.
Yes.
You can do whatever you
Yes,
want.
yes. Right from the top, man. You know,
Right from the top.
in honor of the king, man. Happy, I know it sounds crazy, but happy Martin Luther King Day.
Yes, sir.
Birthday.
Yes, sir. Clap it up for that.
Yeah, don't crack it up.
And since we here, I just want to go straight into this before I forget. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Next week.
Yes.
Next week. I'm gonna put the flyer up right there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, September. Damn. Saturday, January 20th.
Right.
Your boy is gonna be at the Hyatt Regency right there in Princeton. You know what I mean? For the time, it's the time for
good trouble. Okay,
Yeah.
it's now.
It's now.
Come on with it.
Okay. Shout out to my big brother, Deacon Stacy Heading, man. He always puts something together for Dr. Martin Luther King during his time.
Okay, D.
All the time, you know what I mean? I don't even know. I'm just saying it. I think he's still a deacon. I mean, you know. It's just what we do sometimes.
That's crazy because you would say that and then I would support it without concrete evidence
Right.
of that being the case.
But this is what's going on the 20th, man. The
Right.
20th, man.
Right.
Like we said, it's Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. We're going to clap it up one more time. And before we go any further, bro, I'm just going to go straight to the quote of the day.
I ain't mad at it.
Then we going
I ain't mad at it.
All right?
Okay.
Quote of the day. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that.
That's right.
Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. And that's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Who else would it be, man?
And
How
one
would
more
we not?
time. Let me say it one more time.
Go ahead, get to him.
Here for the people in the back.
Okay, brother.
You know what I mean? For the
Yes,
people
sir.
in the back.
Yes, sir. Get it to him.
Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. And again, that is by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Let's clap that up.
Absolutely.
Yep. So, P,
Yes, sir.
we left off last week, a great episode, and we didn't acknowledge something that we knew
Right.
was coming up.
Right.
I want y'all, man, all of y'all that's tuned in right now, listening in Radio Land, watching it on YouTube, watching it live right now on Facebook, to clap it up for my brother, man. He had his birthday. His birthday was Thursday, man. Let's go ahead and clap it up one more time for Mr. P Original, man. You know what I mean?
Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all.
Pistol
Appreciate it.
P.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to call him today.
That's
Pistol
it.
P.
That's it. Yeah, I appreciate the love. Appreciate the birthday shout outs. Everybody who, you know, with all of the text messages and all the stuff on social media. I appreciate you. Thank you. Beautiful day. It was a beautiful weekend. As a matter of fact.
Right.
Did a few things. Thursday, obviously, was the day. Chilled out, relaxed, tried to do no heavy lifting, just enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
Friday had a nice game night.
Right.
Which you know, I'm seeing is a big thing. It's been a big thing, but I see it's really like kind of kicking up.
Right.
Great opportunity to get together with family. You know, even though it was my birthday, it just felt like a long overdue situation that we should have been together.
Right.
So we had a great time playing games. Saturday, for y'all who didn't see it on our social media pages and stuff like that, me and E, we attended an event called PodCon 2024. So shout out to PodCon and everybody who had a hand in putting together. Big shout out to Wallow 267. All of the guests that came through and the speakers that spoke. You know, it was a nice event. But it was a great weekend. But once again, appreciate the birthday love, y'all.
Right. Okay, that's good, man. You know what I mean? So today, man, we talking about consistency. This is episode 155, and it's called consistency.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? When you hear the word consistency,
Mm-hmm.
first thing that come to your mind,
Regular. What do they call it? Regular or routine.
constant,
Yep. Yeah, repetitive.
repetitive, right?
Certain words,
Yeah.
habit.
Mhm.
Yeah, certain things. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least,
Glad you broke.
Do whatever you want.
I'm glad
Do
you
whatever
broke.
you want.
Glad you broke.
the best part about that
That
is
habit.
if you could have seen the literal glow that went over your body. I said habit, and it was amazing. I almost couldn't see you,
Right.
but it was crazy. But
My-
yeah, no.
My aura, you know what I mean?
Your
My
aura.
Hey,
Yeah.
Toya. Hey, listen. Matter of fact, hey, happy.
Hey, peace. Happy birthday to you too, sis.
Yeah, happy birthday to Toya. That's what I
Appreciate
did
you.
over the weekend as well.
Absolutely.
I had DJ, my sister, her and Tasha. I can't never forget her twin sister. She got a twin, y'all. Y'all see her right there. She got a twin. You know what I mean? You know, you got the twin that's always outgoing, and you got the one that's not necessarily shy but laid back.
Yeah.
Toya's the outgoing, Tasha's the laid back. You know what I
Right.
mean? You got to know Tasha to even talk to her. She not even gonna talk to you if you don't know her.
Right.
That's what I'm just saying. So shout out to them, man. Happy birthday to both of y'all, sis. Love y'all. I'm glad we had a good time Friday. Yes, that's it. That's it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah, man. That's what comes to mind when you say the word consistency to me, bruh.
Mhm.
Just doing things on a regular basis. And I think that one of the things that we've been promoting really heavy, obviously our word that we've been talking about a lot, is intentional.
Intentional. Yeah.
So when you're intentional about things, generally speaking, you become more consistent, right? You start to do things that you need to do on a regular basis,
Right.
and you don't waste a bunch of time.
Right.
So when I think of consistency, I think about us just simply doing what needs to be done so that we can continue to be able to just build on everything.
Right.
Like brick by brick, piece by piece. You know what I mean? Situation by situation. So that's what comes to mind with that. Why? What's going on with you? What do you think about?
Well, it's basically a lot similar to what you're saying.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the fact of that. Let me get this out the shot. I don't even know why I got it. Listen, y'all, that's how raw dog I am. I'm telling y'all, I got my phone in the way. But it consistency, like I said, it comes from constant.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
In order to hit a deadline, you have to constantly do something.
Yes.
In order to get results, you have to constantly do something.
I agree.
In order to be even known to do something, to be that person. I wouldn't be able to call myself DJ E just because I DJ'd one time in life.
Right.
You understand? I could call myself that,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean that I'm actually a DJ unless I'm constantly, showing that.
No, I understand what you're saying.
You know
I mean,
what I
like
mean?
if you do
So-
CPR one time, you're not an EMT.
Nah.
You're not a, if you, do it on a regular basis, then, and
Right.
you're occupied, you've earned whatever it is to be called that, it's fine.
Right.
But no, I get exactly what you're saying. So I think one of the things I wanted to kind of touch on, man, is that understanding that we always have a vision of what we consider success to look like.
Right.
And we usually know what the end looks like.
Right.
We often either do one or two things, in my opinion. We're unrealistic with
Right.
the work ethic that has to go into reaching that situation,
Right.
or we're unwilling, right?
Yeah.
And now most people who want to become something great in life, they find a way to make sure that whatever it takes to get it done, they do it,
Absolutely.
right? Like I said in the video the other day about being all-time greats. What makes a person become an all-time great? They generally do it all the time.
Yeah.
And that's what we talk about when we talk about consistency.
That's why we call somebody a GOAT, too.
Right. I mean, you know what I mean, the greatest of all time. So like when as you look back to various times in history dealing with that sport or whatever, they display something that makes them, quote unquote, be viewed as the greatest.
Right.
So how did we become the greatest of ourselves?
By constantly showing up, by constantly showing people that what we can do. That's why I say consistency is key.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's
Yep.
As DJ Khaled would say, it's a major key. You
It's a
know what
major
I mean?
key. So
You know what I mean? T, what up, baby? Young Vets is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Clap
Yes,
it
sir.
up for
Yes,
Young
sir.
Vets.
Peace to the brother T.
Listen,
Yes,
man,
sir.
make
Young
sure
vet.
y'all
Salute,
listen,
brother.
Click right on it, man. He leads you right to the Young Vets clothing, man. They got hats, hoodies, you know what I mean, T-shirts, anything you need, man. He a
That's it.
legend.
That's
you know
it.
what I mean? Consistently putting out product.
That's right.
That's what he does.
That's right.
Consistently supporting the Porch Podcast. And
Absolutely.
We appreciate
How about
you for that,
that?
brother.
How about that?
We appreciate
We
you for
appreciate you being consistent in watching the show and, like you said, sharing the all of the different things that we have, the videos, the snippets, the clips, everything, bruh. We appreciate you doing it.
Right.
So So yeah, bro, that's what comes to mind with that. And because we're still really early in the year,
Right.
although it's never the wrong time to become consistent,
Right.
we're still really early in the year. While everybody kind of has their what they call those things. When you say you're going to do it, like you make a promise that you're going to do something the following year, your resolution. So while everybody's kind of still in resolution mode, sometimes he's going to say to them, like, introduce other concepts, right?
Right.
Introduce being intentional. Introduce being consistent, right? Introduce being, mindful of your abilities and being honest with yourself.
Right.
So to me, if you're intentional, right, consistent and honest,
Right.
generally that is a recipe, in my opinion, for you to become successful,
Absolutely.
right? So one of the things that we can say about Dr. Martin Luther King, bruh, is that he definitely was consistent in what he wanted to do in the grand scheme of trying to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely.
He is not only a history figure in black history, he's a history figure in history.
In the world.
And the fact that he, was consistent in his contributions, even though he was up against a lot of different challenges, things that could have been problematic and was problematic, he continued to stay on the course to keep doing what he needed. That's him, jumping in my body.
Now that was a problem.
Now he wanted to say, he let me know, he said, talk that talk.
On his birthday.
On his birthday.
He wants you to know that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
He's Capricorn like me.
Yeah,
So, we kind of have...
Martin.
Yeah. So with that being understood, when you start seeing certain examples of different people in our past, you start saying to yourself, am I doing everything that I can do to be the best that I could possibly be? And if not, how about I just work on those things? Because it shouldn't be that difficult.
Because that's all it is. See, the thing is, we look at the end, like you say all the time, bro. We look at the end before we even get started.
Right.
Which is okay. But you must also recognize the work that has to be put in.
That's right.
Realize that it doesn't happen overnight. Like, for example, a lot of people who struggle with weight loss, who want to lose weight, you did not get fat overnight. You didn't get fat overnight.
It's a great point.
You know what I mean?
It's absolutely a great point.
You know what I mean? You really didn't. You actually ate on a constant basis.
That's right.
The things that were adding weight. Just like you sent me the video the other day. I mean, and who's this guy to really say right? But I rock with him and I believe he said for every hour of exercise you gain 3 hours of life back.
Right. He looked like an older gentleman that was saying it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But you can walk out the gym and get shot. I'm just being honest. So that doesn't
mean any other way
that doesn't mean that you actually will live longer, but it does help your health.
He didn't say anything negative.
Right. So anything so I do agree with what he's saying, but for him to just pull out of the back of his pocket and shit, you know what, for every hour I work out, I get an extra 3.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Hold up, bro. Somebody's going to sit there and say.
Somebody's going to look at it.
Say,
like, come on now.
Come on over here.
It's a little far-fetched.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you need, like you said earlier.
But if that's your motivation and that's what you need for you to stay consistent.
That's cool.
Because you're not doing anything wrong. You get like the other day. You got in the car.
Right.
And you said, "Let me get your shit right." Acting like Pop. You know what I mean? You was acting like Pop.
Trying to adjust your clock.
I said, man, leave my clock alone. I know it's an hour and 10 minutes fast.
Right.
I know it is. I like it like that.
Right. You like living in the future.
You trying to fool yourself?
Yeah.
Nah, I know what time it is. I just, it's okay.
There's nothing wrong with it. Even if you, like I said, in the grand scheme of all of that, and I tell it to everybody, you can set your clock 10 minutes fast, but if you don't adjust your mindset to move 10 minutes earlier, you're going to still be later or at the best on time.
Well, here's the thing. Let me tell you, it's very weird why I like my clock like that. Okay, so when I was leasing my cars for a little while, and
like weird things.
When I had the back-to-back, when I had the Acuras back-to-back, right?
Okay.
Those cars were adjusting the time like my cell phone on its own.
Okay.
So I'm like,
okay,
who even fucking told you to do that?
Right.
The fact that in my other car that I can actually keep it the way I want to keep it, I'm just gonna do the weird shit.
Wow.
Just to say I'm in control.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Let's clap it up for that.
Yeah. Is that how you feel?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right. It's a little weird, but I'm consistent.
Yeah. How about that?
You know what I mean?
My thing is if you still arrive on time or early, you can play with the clock any way you'd like.
Yeah.
It's if you set it an hour early
and you still late.
then it ain't even about fooling yourself into the right things. You just got a problem with just respecting time.
You know how many people I know walk around, watch, don't tell time. That bitch just look good, is broke.
No.
Yeah, no.
How
a
many
lot of
people do you
like
know that? You know a lot.
Yeah, about
You don't
30
have to do it.
About 30 seconds.
Because it's part. No. What I was going to say, it
My
looked like.
watch is telling the
No,
right time
but what
right
it
now.
looked like you was about to do was start saying people's names. And there's a bit of rat in you that shows up every now and then.
No,
so
I wouldn't have did
that's it.
that.
That came out different. What I
Damn,
mean is
I ain't no rat.
Okay.
I don't
you're
know
not.
nothing to tell.
Right. That's not true.
No, I don't know
You
nothing to
know,
tell.
no, there's certain episodes, certain
mean?
things. I think, look, you call it sharing. Some other people call it giving testimony. It
All I'ma say
it is
is
what it is. You can do what you
All
want
I'm
to do.
saying is like the words
Right.
of my brother DK. He said,
Yeah.
"I don't snitch. I just tell the police what they need to know." You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is that? Informant? No.
Yeah. Nah.
Whatever. We're going to spin off of that.
Right.
Because it's not the Martin Luther King Day.
Right.
You know what I
ain't
mean?
got nothing to tell. I don't put. This is my thing, people.
What's
this
your thing?
is my thing.
Do it.
I don't do anything that's gonna send me to jail.
You was getting ready to tell on some people that wore watches that don't have the right time. Or no time at all.
I don't know names like that, but I just know a lot of people. I wouldn't have did that.
So you know the people, but you don't know the people.
I've seen people.
Okay. And you've been close enough to them to know that their watch ain't working?
Now they told me.
They voluntarily told you
Yeah.
that I'm wearing this watch because
Hey, yo,
it's
what time
nice,
is it? Hey, man, this
but
shit-
it don't work.
This
That's
shit don't
crazy.
work, man. It's just nice.
Did they point at you with the hand with the watch on it?
Yeah.
And ask you what time it is?
No, I asked them what time it is.
You try to play them out.
No, I said, yo, bro, what time is it?
You had a watch on. Why would you
no,
do
I
that?
didn't have my watch on. I was in the gym.
Come get him, y'all. Come get him. So here's the thing, though, right? Here's what I'm going to say. Remember Crocodile Dundee?
Yes.
When he could look up at the sun
And tell what
and
time
tell
it
what
was.
time it is.
Nah, that I'm gonna tell you what that
That's
was.
real, man.
Okay, all right.
Okay. You don't think so?
It is.
Okay.
No, it is because
Maybe not down to the minute. You know.
first of all,
Right.
it's a reason why they call it high noon
Yeah.
because the sun reaches highest peak,
There you go.
At
Wow.
noon.
He hit smart moment. Go ahead.
right?
Yeah.
It's a reason why they call it high noon. The
Right.
sun hits its highest peak. We also know that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, right?
Yes.
We all know that.
Mhm.
So once you start to see, you can watch first of all, you can also use the sun as a compass. If you come out in the morning and you see the sun is coming from that way, you know that's east. You know that's east. And then if you see the sun going, because the sun moves all day, you see it. But when it hits 12 o'clock, noon is at high noon, is at its highest peak. And then it starts to go down. So once you start to see it, if you know where the center is and it starts to go that way, you know it's after 12. It's afternoon. It got to be. Fucks you up is if it's a cloudy day. It's raining. How can you tell? There's no sun. That's why we have a watch. You know what I mean? Now, Dundee didn't really understand it. Okay? That wasn't nothing.
What was it, y'all?
That wasn't
3 minutes? 4?
That wasn't nothing.
Maybe 6.
No, that wasn't nothing but his powder habit kicking in.
I told y'all,
Because at
man.
the end of the day, right? No, listen. Anybody who walks around with a knife that big and he just walking around with crocodiles and shit, and that's not a knife.
Oh, you talking about Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Crocodile Dundee.
I didn't know.
That's what you said. Crocodile.
But you jump into the other.
Oh, nah, I wouldn't know. No. Shout out to him. That was a legend. Man.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Dundee Young was a legend, man. I miss him.
So Crocodile.
Crocodile. Was that?
You don't know that man that called him Dundee like this. Say Crocodile Dundee. Wow, I'm telling you. Okay, go ahead.
You gonna tell me how,
Right.
to address a fake
And I just
He
realized
didn't even exist.
that's not true. But
He was a character.
that's a real Dundee somewhere.
I
Crocodile
call
Dundee.
Martin Luther King Dr. Martin Luther King,
Okay.
the good Reverend Dr.
Yeah, that's
Martin
true. What's
Luther
crazy
King.
is we probably don't even know that man's real name. The guy that played Crocodile Dundee. People probably all called him Dundee.
It wasn't Harrison Ford, right? Nah.
No.
Who was it? Let's
No,
find out.
no. I don't
But
know who it
anyway,
was. Leave it in the comments.
that
y'all,
was
please.
his powder habit.
It
You know
wasn't
what I
that
mean?
man. You can't make him a
But
drug
let me
addict.
ask you this though. Let me ask you this.
Why would
Since
you-
we talking about the sun, have you ever went to Sunset Boulevard and watched the sunset?
No.
Beautiful. Got to do it once in your lifetime.
Where's it at?
California,
Okay.
the West.
Right.
Rises in the east, sets in the west. It's a reason. That's why it's called Sunset Boulevard. It's all about.
How do you bounce in and out like
No.
these? No.
Listen.
No. How do you bounce in and out of these logical moments? In about 6 minutes, maybe a little more, he's going to sing for nothing. It's going to happen.
I'm getting ready to sing in a few seconds.
That's crazy.
Nah, because I'm Mr. Influential. That's who I am. I'm an influence. I'm direct. I'm consistent.
Is that watch on time?
This watch is very much on time.
But the car watch is an hour and 10 minutes early?
Yeah.
Because you like to play games.
Because I got to keep,
Got it.
when I'm with me, I got to know what's actually going on.
When are you not ever with you?
When I'm asleep.
You're still there. What is going on?
So listen what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I sat and I watched it,
Yeah.
right? While I was playing Sheryl Crow. All I want to do is have some fun.
I like that, George.
I got a feeling. Well, you know what she say? Until the sun sets over with a Santa Monica Boulevard. So I said on Sunset Boulevard. Sunset Boulevard will run you right to the PC-1. For people who ain't never been to California, the PC-1 is the Pacific Coast Highway with the PC-1 because that's Route 1 over there. And when you riding, you can ride through Santa Monica. Not Santa Monica. Yeah, the Santa Monica Pier. Yeah.
Thought it was Powder Cop 1. Like
Venice
Route
Beach. You got Venice Beach. You got Maui, where all the legendary houses is. Is that Maui? Ain't Maui. That's Maui in Hawaii.
Stop making it
Malibu. That's what I meant to say. Malibu.
Boy,
Yeah.
man.
You know what I mean? Let's get it back to this.
Michael J? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay, sis. Is that Crocodile Dundee's real name, Michael J?
I don't know, sis. This nigga name ain't Michael. Let's see.
He don't have. He's just his last name's just an initial.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Cap. You know my fellow Capricorn. Come on, Cap.
Listen. Toya be knowing. You know what I mean?
She's probably right because I call him Crocodile.
Damn,
Dundee.
that came out in '86.
Yeah.
Oh, his name was Michael J. Crocodile Dundee.
Got you.
But in the
My
but his
bad,
real
sis.
his real name is Paul Hogan.
Paul Hogan.
Yeah. Right.
Paul Hogan.
Yeah.
Any relation to Hulk?
Probably.
Nah.
Yeah. Nah.
So Mikey.
Right.
Okay, Michael J. Dundee. Got it.
Yeah.
Got
So
it.
let me ask you this.
Good
though.
looking to it.
So let me
Good
just
looking,
ask.
sis.
Yeah, you're right, sis. Is Michael J. Right though. So, when you was little, because I used to do this. Do you ever think everybody with the same last name was related?
Yeah, until somebody explained that wasn't the case.
Yeah, like Bernard King and Dr. Martin Luther King.
Right. I
You
can
know what
see
I mean?
it. It might be.
Jimmy King.
Yeah, but it's a lot of kings. You're right.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no way they're all related.
Right.
You know.
No, it's a lot of Browns, like our family. Like you add
Yeah.
all the Browns
Yeah.
are related.
Yeah.
Can't be.
Yeah.
You know. Kelly's too.
No, they can't all be related. Yeah, no,
I
you're
think
right.
all the Rainies are though.
Good chance.
Yeah.
Good chance.
Shout out to Tariq.
They're all
back-
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all see, that's our little cousin. We just don't know it.
Right. That's it. Speaking of that, real quick, Raising Canaan.
Raising Canaan.
Yeah,
it's time to go
got
there.
it. That's,
It's time. It's time for the movie or the show section of the show.
Go ahead and do your thing.
So I was watching the blogs.
Okay.
You know that's what we do, man. After the show, we
I know.
watch the blogs.
I got started limiting myself. I got a maximum of 3. And I got to turn them off.
Turned it on, right?
Yeah.
It was at least stopped and look. Was like, she was mocking the dude's accent. It was funny as hell. But,
Right.
but she was like, I said, yeah, these blogs be popular. She said, I see. Hey, they're like, yeah. Because
Now, my man, you watch my man over the cut?
Yeah.
His was deep,
Yeah,
eh?
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
When he was talking about, but I can see everything he's saying. I can see coming.
Right.
So let me just ask a question that everybody want to know.
Put it in there.
Do you think Ronnie is Breeze?
I
Absolutely.
think it's a strong
Absolutely
possibility.
believe he's Breeze.
I think it's a strong possibility that Ronnie is Breeze.
Right.
I'm thinking less and less the possibility of Unique coming back as Breeze. I'm pretty much
Well,
done with that thought.
you see how he reported why he really left the show.
Right. He wanted to focus on the music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get back out there. And
2022,
and
that album was
even
from.
the guy that plays Brayden, you see, he was in the thing too.
Yeah.
And he kind of elaborated on the concept of sometimes they write you out of the show, and then sometimes there's times where, the actors have other things that they want to pursue.
Right.
So, that's the difference. But yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to Lip Service. I watched it recently.
Okay.
And it had Uncle Marv,
Uncle Marv.
London, and they had Uncle Lou. I can't think of his first name. Malcolm is his first name. And it was a good episode, good interview.
He's a good actor too, man, because his voice was totally different on Snowfall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had no idea, right?
Right.
That Malcolm, which plays Lou, actually is in the music. I mean, it actually, is in the real music industry.
Right.
In real life, you know what I mean, he has a song. I don't know if he raps, he sings, I'm not quite sure about that. But then London, who plays Uncle Marv, is a comedian.
Yeah.
And I wasn't aware of that.
Well, a lot of them.
But you look at some of the stuff he do on the show, and you say, that is funny.
But a lot of the, well, I've known that Marv, and I could see it with him. But a lot of them are doing different things, and then they go and get role. They get a role like some of them didn't even expect to be actors or actresses.
Right.
And then when they do it, you then start to look at the other stuff that they got going on. Like for example, of course we know that Dre from Power is Ro Timmy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He African, so he got the Afro beat. That a nice joint out right now too. I'll let you hear it after the show. Cause you can't play too much music unless y'all want to give us the license. Next, we got
we're available.
Yeah. Then you got what was on Power Book 2? It was Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
Zeke a singer too.
Yep.
See what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I'm not shocked that Marv did comedy because Marv was funny as shit on Ballers.
Yeah.
He used to have me in tears.
Yeah.
Him
Yeah.
and the wild white dude that was the partner to The Rock.
Yeah.
The one that was remember the one with the
funny show.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch.
I got about to say I might have to
again.
go look at them all again. Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
now I just think that the show is starting to speed up a little bit.
Right. Oh yeah.
Which is a good thing. I know a lot of people had a problem with the fact that it seemed like it wasn't moving fast enough on certain things.
Fine for me.
I think that exactly. Me and you were good. Not that we had any control over it anyway.
No, we didn't.
But I do like the speed to which it's going now, and I do think that the breadcrumbs are becoming a little bit more obvious.
Right.
Where they was calling them breadcrumbs, Easter eggs, all those type of things. I think it's becoming a little bit more obvious now.
Right.
So to answer your question, though, yes, I think that Ronnie
is Breeze.
It's highly likely that he's Breeze.
Right. Now, what I do predict, because I've always said, when I talk about the show a lot, I always said they're all going to die because we don't hear about none of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only people we've heard about from this show is, of course, Kanan, Jukebox. We put 2 and 2 together with famous, his Sean, and that's really Sean, and he named his son after him. And we heard about Breeze. You never hear about Rock. You never hear about Marv. You never hear about Lou.
Yep. He's getting
Now you heard what Tony Danza said. It's a Rock.
Yeah, there's only one way out of this.
Yeah.
Right.
And I really think what may happen is Ronnie may end up killing Rock.
It's a good possibility.
Yeah.
And then on top of
or
that,
Kanan himself.
That's kind of in the Power universe. It ain't.
It ain't weird in the Power universe
for you to kill your family and stuff like that. But what I am going to say is that they said something the other day about showing Ghost's age in the present. So he would have been 50 at this point, close to it. You gotta look at all the other ages. Like if that was the case, then Rock's what? You know what I mean? Kanan's older, or at least on the surface, and that's still kind of questionable in the show, whether he's 3 to 4 to 5 years older than them, to which I don't think he is.
Nah.
But that's part of what it is as well. So storyline, is great. It's taking off. It's doing what it needs to do. But I do believe in my heart of hearts that Ronnie could possibly be Breeze.
Yeah.
Before we go too much further in this episode, y'all know we always like to make sure that first and foremost, like he was saying earlier about letting you know about the event, we like to let you know about businesses, man, that's in the area that can take care of all of your event planning needs. So if you ever need a company, a one-stop shop situation, we happen to know one for you. You let them know. Listen, whether it's your first or your 50th birthday, that 25 years of service, if not more, retirement party, or the day that you and the love of your life share vows to become one, let Front and Center Events take care of all of your event planning needs. Sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the show, where they truly keep you at the front and center of it all. That's www.fncevents.com. Head on over there today and get that party booked. Back to the show.
Front and Center Events.
Yeah. So you know, it's some conspiracy things there. It's some other things that are, you know, starting to add up. And I just think that, you know, the writers are doing a really, really good job of whatever they need to do to keep us glued into our seats and watching each and every week.
Right.
So we can go one more show that I know that me and you watch, you know what I mean? And Sisters, man.
Oh yeah. Somebody gonna stab Gary. somebody gonna stab Gary.
You think so?
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I mean, you watch it from a pretty violent perspective, both of them. You know, everybody gonna die and somebody gonna stab Gary.
Well, this is what I want to do. You know, this is very popular. We're not necessarily critics, but we just talking about the stuff that we watch.
Right.
I like the show. I'm not the biggest fan of the new season so far, though. I'm
Right.
still lost on the fact that they changed my boy out. You know,
Peace free.
You know what I mean? Peace free. You know what I mean? So, you know, that shocked me. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, but it always happens. I do find myself watching a little bit more TV. Finding myself listening to more music, and finding myself adapting, like with the music, some of these newer rappers. You know, not newer, but you know they already saying 21 Savage got the best album of the year. We 15 days in. I listened to the first 3 songs and I'm like, yeah, I like these. Like, but I'm saying that to say people are going to be consistent. We're going to be consistently critics. And our opinions really don't matter, but they do. Like, it's kind of like,
I got you.
funny how everything and how taboo is.
One feeds the other.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, like we had in the quote of the day, you know, darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. I just want people to know that we ain't hating and we ain't being dark. We just seeing it.
That's right.
In the light that we see it, and we love it. That's why we watch it.
That's right.
That's all it is. That's all
right.
I want to say. But
Yeah.
that show, I think it'll get better. You know what I mean? You know, it's I do applaud Tyler Perry on the fact that he creates evening soap operas like used to be on the TV back in the day. And I
Right.
look at it all as entertainment. I don't know him personally, what his life's about,
Right.
none of that stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, you know, it's a lot of speculation, a lot of things in the blogs and news saying, you know, him and Oprah be on some bullshit. You know what I mean? That's how they, like, don't want to pay people and don't, like, so I don't know none of that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the people lying either. They're saying that they
Nah,
do.
I mean, nah. I agree with you. I think that what we have to respect out of all of them is, you know, like you said, dealing with the consistency of what they're doing,
Right.
right? And it's funny because just kind of reiterating what we talked about earlier in the episode about some of the jewels that we came away from with PodCon,
Right.
were excellent. You know, for
Yeah.
those who were able to be there, shout out to the brothers who we.
Oh,
who did we
shout
run
out,
into?
shout out to my brothers, man. I ran y'all out. Ran y'all out there. Nick, E, and Shane. I seen you brothers out there, man. Respect. Glad y'all was there.
Absolutely.
Got to get this information just like we did. Major shout out to my brother DJ Alamo. I appreciate the shout out, bro. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? You doing your thing like always. Right here in the Porch Podcast. Y'all know that.
So, you know, building on the concept of dealing with consistency, one of the things that we learned, or some of the things that we learned from the PodCon, because y'all know we get information, we like to bring it back and share it with y'all. So one of the things that I thought was, I've heard it before, but it's always powerful whenever it comes out. Wallow said something. He said that you respect your strengths, right?
Right.
No, he don't. He said you respect your strengths and you hire your weaknesses,
Right.
right? When you're talking about business. Well, when you think about life and when you think about just trying to build the most consistent you,
Yeah.
even if you're not thinking from I'm a hire somebody as far as a weakness inside of me, what you do have to understand more than anything else is respecting your strength
Yeah.
is going to allow you to go into areas where your weaknesses
Yeah.
can be helped,
Right.
can be corrected, can be
Right.
strengthened, and
Basically-
become additional strength.
Basically, tell you to do what you good at,
Right.
and what you even though other stuff needs to be done, and you know that's not the best part of it for
That's
you.
right.
Get some help.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Because just to sum it all up, and this was the dopest quote that he said. Everybody can't be a boss, but everybody can be a partner.
Yeah,
That right there
yeah.
was everything.
Yeah.
Because he's right.
Yeah.
Everybody can't run a company.
Right.
But everybody can partner with somebody who can run a company because
Absolutely.
everybody has a strength
Yep.
and some weaknesses.
Yeah.
So this is what you do. This is why we have so much consistency here on the Porch podcast.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it again. Look, this was P idea. I was right there with him from the start when he told me. I told him that I wanted to be a certain look, right? And because my brother don't have a lot of patience, y'all. I'm just being honest.
Working on it.
He working on it. He respects his strengths.
Yep.
And helped his weaknesses.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
He's a lot better. You got to realize, I've been with him his whole life, well, my whole life. So I've been around it. So I watched his growth. But he has the biggest, I'm going to say, he is the biggest reason why y'all see the growth of this show so much. From the look, from the lighting, from the editing of the snippets, from all of that. You know what I mean? That's the role you see my brother do. My strong role is out there with the people. Watching the show, right? Yeah, good look. Yeah, getting the feedback.
That's
you get
it.
what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because I say all that to say, I respect my strength. He respects his strength. Not saying that the other two parts is the weakness, that we can't do the same things for each other. We just know what we like to do.
Right. And we acknowledge them.
Yeah. And
right?
move forward.
And we move forward. We grow, and there's things that we consistently work on, right? To just enhance the things that we already know are strengths. And that's some of the things that we want to talk about, like we were saying, about dealing with consistency. Most of us know the greatest part of ourselves.
Right.
Just as well as we know the struggles that we have with ourselves.
Right.
It's just one we choose to put more energy into than the other.
Right.
When if we really thought about it, one is going to require they both require consistency.
Yeah.
They consistently require you to address them, look at them, whether it's a great thing, a thing that you can stand to do a little bit better, or something that you've been ignoring far too long. Every one of those situations have the same thing that needs to be done, something consistently.
Right.
Right? Some consistent effort, energy, and all those things. I ask people all the time, are you giving 100% effort? And most people will tell you yes, even though the things that you see do not, portray those things.
Right.
Right? So when we look at these shows and we talking about and we make jokes about them and we do other things that we look at just the development, because as, content creators as we are, we admire other people who are consistently doing those things on a regular basis. Right. You know what I mean? So all the podcasts, that's why we don't mind acknowledging everybody who is in the same space with us.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like Gilly said, I don't want to beat with you. I want to eat with you.
Right.
So, those kind of things you start to develop if you notice when you start looking outside of yourself.
All of this ties in to like the quote of the day been as in dark don't get out dark.
Right.
So only light can do that.
That's right.
So we shine a light on the things that we need work on.
That's right.
All right. Hate can't move hate.
That's
Only
right.
love can do that.
That's right.
So like Gilly said, I don't want to beat with you. I want to eat with you.
That's right.
And for me to eat with you, I gotta love you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And it is sometimes people sitting at that table that may not love you the way you think it is. It's the reason why Judas is in the Bible with Jesus.
Absolutely.
It's just the point.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it had to be some love there at some time.
That's right.
Because the things is, it's going to be some differences, right? Because anything that's consistent and grow in life, it's going to be times that there are differences, right? But what can keep you consistently loving each other is consistently trying to work on the solution to get through the difference.
Yeah.
See, the problem is we always try to get over it. Some things we'll never get over, but we just got to get through it and still be the same on the other side.
Yeah. Or whatever that experience allows us to become.
Right.
Because like you said, we always see the end.
Right.
And sometimes the person that's actually in the end, we view them as the current person.
Right.
But when we actually get there,
Right.
this is why it's so much easier to see it on the outside of it without dragging this concept too long.
Nah.
But this is why it's so
It's
much
a good
easier.
concept, so it don't matter. It's about consistency.
Absolutely.
Right.
You see the people who develop, right? And you say, that's my boy, man. I remember when he got started, man, he only had X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And you see him,
Right.
and he's different, right? He's different in a great sense.
Right.
But he's reached that goal. He used to tell me that he was going to be whatever that thing is that he said.
B, listen, we had a black curtain.
Right. That's right.
We had a banner.
That's right.
We got a TV screen now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had a fold-out table.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The world changed. We split. We stay consistent to still give people content.
That's right.
Now we got nice plush chairs and
Absolutely.
rubbing on them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sipping bourbon from time to time.
Right.
Like you would do on the porch.
Right.
It's
Yo,
about consistency.
about consistency.
Anytime you're consistent, you're going to grow.
And this is why I tell people it's so important for you to monitor the company that you keep.
Right.
When you align yourself with people who have the same kind of drive, or if not better, or have some kind of contribution to make you stronger and work on those things that you consider to be weaknesses or things you can get better at, you will go to the next level of whatever you want to go to.
And people, please, stop letting differences hurt something that can grow into something special because you had a disagreement and it went where you might feel too far. Did anybody throw blows? Did anybody get physically harmed? The truth of the matter is you can get through it. You know what I mean? I know some other things, some exceptions to the rules. I'm not trying to go real deep. But what I'm saying is this is my biological brother.
Absolutely.
Right?
No question.
You think that every day we playing, or do you don't never think of some days like, man, come on, man. You getting on my nerves. You like for real. Mm-hmm. Shit, sometimes it happen right after the show. Mm-hmm. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
But the point is, we still, like I said, we see the end.
That's right.
The end is us. Death do us part. We're not gonna stop being this way till somebody dies.
Right. And don't forget, iron sharpens iron.
Right. That's it.
Iron sharpens iron.
But what I'm saying is, in those dark moments, because it never was dark. I'm just
right.
In those dark moments, light got that out.
That's right.
Never hated him.
Never
Love was always there.
Always present. That's right.
And that's how it goes.
That's right.
And the problem with us not being able to partner,
that's right,
not being able to grow with people, because everybody's not the star.
That's right.
People got to stop mixing up stars with bosses as well. You got to stop doing that. Some people is the people that you would just put out there and everybody would know. That's their game. That's what they do.
Absolutely.
But the boss is the person that's paying him and paying everybody else. And if he paying them, he's obviously making more money. Right. Let's just be honest.
Right.
Because he's paying them.
Right. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that boss understands. He respects his strength.
Oh, yeah.
And his strength might just be finance.
Right. That's right.
You understand
That's
what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And the other one and may not understand, and he respects his weaknesses.
That's right.
His weaknesses, I'm not that outgoing person.
That's right.
I'm not that one that everybody wants to embrace and love and
That's
hug.
right.
So what happened a lot of times in our community, people want to be what they're weak at. And when they see somebody that's strengthened in that weak area better than them, they get jealous.
They hate on them.
And they start hating on them.
That's it.
But
yes.
Dr. King, he put it once again, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that, regardless of what it is. If this person ain't do nothing to you to try to harm you or harm you,
that's right.
Continue to love them, man.
That's
I'm telling you.
And make it a consistent thing.
Right.
And I guarantee you the things in your life will shift and change in a positive way easily.
All the time, man.
We're gonna definitely
I respect the laws of the universe, bro. I just
what you're doing is pinpointing what you've seen. Like you said, being a person of the people. Mm-hmm. You're in the environment. You're out there. You've done business with multiple people, and you've seen it. Most people seem to miss out the part that in order to become successful,
right,
you have to encourage success.
Right.
You have to acknowledge it, see it, and want to be a part of it.
Right.
And that comes with you being intentional and being consistent.
Right.
You learn these things and you apply them to every element of your life, and I promise you, you will see some growth and development.
Absolutely.
We're going to get into some questions.
Let's get into some questions.
Would you rathers, man?
What we doing would you rathers? Okay. Welcome to another episode of Would You Rather. Let's turn the beat up a little bit. Yeah. You're going to get some questions from the one and only P Original, right? Mm-hmm. And me, Mr. Influential, is going to answer them. And I will do my best to try to stay on topic. Let's go.
Well, at this point, y'all been watching the show long enough to understand how this works. Leave your comments and your responses
to these
questions.
What about the person the first time who watched it?
If you're just seeing it for the first time, I'm going to ask E a series of different questions.
Right.
He's going to give me an answer. Like he said, he's going to try his best to stay on topic. But I guarantee you, whatever he says will have value. You might have to decipher the code later, but you'll get it. All right, let's get into it.
All right.
Would you rather have the ability to erase certain people from your memories or have the ability to bring them back into your life?
Bring him back in my life.
Okay.
And I'm only talking about one person.
Absolutely.
My mother. All
That's
right,
it.
that's about it, and that's all.
Absolutely.
Because what you're saying is, right?
Mhm.
Like, I'm gonna get deep for a quick second. Just a quick second, right?
Mhm.
So, you didn't exclude reincarnation, or you didn't exclude
No.
bringing back from the dead.
Yeah.
Now, if you're saying
I'm saying from that place.
if I couldn't bring,
If they were deceased.
yeah, but if they weren't deceased,
Okay.
it would probably be some people I can erase.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely be some people I can
Yeah.
erase.
These would you rather's generally is both sides always all the time
Right,
anyway, but go ahead.
But to bring people back, it'll be a couple, man. It'll be a couple, but mine would be number one.
Absolutely.
Grandma died to be another one.
Yep.
All three of my grandfathers. That's right. Y'all heard me say three, right?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, unique.
No question.
You know what I mean? Sharp. I definitely would need my boy Sharp back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not even gonna lie to y'all. Like absolutely, Sharp would have to be back here doing this thing, and there's a bunch of others. I could keep going with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? But those are just people that come to mind quick. J Mac,
Mm-hmm.
quick. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, next question. I would.
Martin Luther King wasn't part of our life, but I would bring him back.
Yeah.
in
Brother Malcolm.
Essence, and Malcolm. Yeah.
Yeah.
In essence, he is. His work creates that.
That's why you gotta do good work when you're on Earth.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why people too. So we can keep going to the question. Record intellectual art. Create art. If you're an artist, create art because your art will outlive you.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
all.
it. That's it. I agree with you. Okay. Would you rather be extremely successful professionally with a turbulent personal life or have an extremely happy personal life with only moderate professional success?
Happy personal life.
Okay.
Because that's success for me. That's success. I put something on my story yesterday. Comedian T.K. Kirkland said when people ask him about success,
Right.
he said, "Man, if you can take care of your house,
That's right.
get your hair cut,
That's right.
take your family on a good trip,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, you got good people around you that you love and you enjoy more than anything else.
Mhm.
Man, you successful. You won.
That's right.
And to me, a happy personal life would be the goal of success.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Just
That's why
yeah.
people support. That's why you got to separate business and personal.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, well, my thing is this: with
Yeah.
that, in the grand scheme of it, first off, I agree with you. I'd rather have a more successful or happy personal
Right.
life
Right.
and a moderate professional life.
Right.
First off, I think most people that's what they have anyway.
Right.
At least they should.
They should.
You know, and the value of one versus the other. One is irreplaceable in most cases, and the other one, well, you could replace it with something different. So I'm going to go on a limb, and I'm going to say this, though, in terms of the part about separating your personal life from your business life. I will say yes if you're incapable
Right.
of managing
Oh, both of
together.
them being successful.
If you can't,
If you
then
have to make a choice.
I highly recommend separate them.
Oh yeah.
If you can, still create barriers and boundaries.
Right. Well, I balance both of them very well. I had to learn some things over life.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because sometimes I used to put a little bit too much into my business life.
Right.
And it would affect my personal.
Yes.
But it also deals with the people around you, and most importantly, your partner. They got to understand who you are, and I have one that understands who I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right. That helps.
that really helps a lot.
It helps. It helps.
know.
And not to like beat on a dead horse, so to speak, but we're talking about consistency.
Right.
So if you consistently do that thing and the results are beneficial for everyone,
Right.
then I think that most people can understand that even though this is what they're doing and they're doing it pretty often,
Right.
their reasoning behind it is a great cause and
Right.
a great reason. So I agree with you on that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather live in a world without any bias or prejudice? I'm sorry, but no emotions, or in a world with all its flaws and feelings?
I kind of feel like I lived the first one anyway.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I care though, so I love having emotions and feelings to be able to feel the difference and decipher that I don't like this and I like that,
Absolutely.
because the I don't like this actually helps me become better.
Mm-hmm.
If you get everything the way you want, life is too easy. With life too easy, you don't learn nothing.
Absolutely.
Like I always used to say, you don't ever lose, you learn a lesson.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I would have to go with that, but I do feel like I don't take a lot of things personal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean, and I have to do that to cope. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's what people don't understand. It's not like I don't care about my people, or
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I don't see that racism still exists, or you know what I mean, any type of
Right.
discrimination
Right.
still exists, whether it's against women,
Right.
whether it's against the LGBTQ community. Like I see all of this stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel for everybody. But the form of the situation is, I would rather have the emotions and feelings, but I already lived that. How did you say the first part was? Like,
So living in a world without bias or prejudice.
yeah, without bias or prejudice.
Right.
Yeah. So I think I do that anyway.
Yeah. I mean, in the sense
Yeah.
of maybe you not,
Yeah.
doing those things.
Right. Or just the world, period.
But the world that we live in, kind of putting that out there like that. I see what you're saying.
It's hard because we only know
simple.
it that other way, and it sounds like it would be good, but something's got to happen for us to have, because this is all what sparks these conversations.
Right. So bias and prejudice, at this stage in our lives, we only know, being born at this point, what that feels like at a different level
Right.
than what it was once was. I would anticipate I wasn't here.
Okay.
So
I
I
see
am a
where you're
person
going.
dealing with the feelings element of it. I agree with you. I would like
Right.
to be on that side of it because personally, I believe that allows people to be fully transparent.
Right.
So I can handle the you that's you.
It's balance. That's basically what it is.
It is, but
we
I
like
can
balance.
handle. No, I just like you. No, I can have like say for instance, we talking about work. I can have a boss that is a terrible people person
Yeah.
on a regular basis. I'll
Right.
learn to navigate that situation.
Yeah, I've done that.
Versus the person who kind of masks the situation, and behind the scenes is trying to pull strings or make things happen a little
Show
bit
me who
differently.
you really is.
I'm cool with you. I'm
Yeah.
cool with you because I'm gonna show you who I really am.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna know each other.
That's
so I
why
agree
Toya
with that.
said flaws and feelings as well.
Absolutely, Toya. Yes, sis. Yeah, flaws and feelings is definitely one that I would deal with over
Yeah,
that
me
situation.
too. Me too. I definitely go with that. Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather relive a past moment in your life or have the power to foresee a moment in your future?
Past moment in my life.
Okay.
I don't want to see the future.
Yeah.
I like to experience it when it's time to experience it.
Yeah.
I feel like when you rush anything, it don't come out right.
Now, isn't that interesting that you would say that? But most of us, when we look at ourselves, at our highest form of ourselves or our successful self, it's always in the future.
Because we know we're not there yet.
Right. But the anticipation of wanting to get there, but not wanting to see the future at the same time, think about how that triggers some of the things that goes on in our mind.
Well, see, the thing is about that, the reason why a person sees themselves as their higher self in the future
Right.
anyway,
Right.
is because that's not a future thing. That's more of a mental thing, of the fact that I don't think I'm still there yet. But you might be in your highest level because you don't know, one, when it's going to end,
Right.
and two, you really don't know what it looks like. You
Right.
think you know what it looks like. You know what you want it to look like, but
Right.
you don't know what God got for you for it to look like.
Right.
What the universe has planned, because it's some people that say they want to be at their highest self, and this ain't even about a look, what they drive, what they dressing, where they live at. No, it's about the fact that they not getting past some of their own flaws of being highly sensitive or judgmental or just anything, like, what I mean, selfish. We all are a little selfish, and we all should be a little selfless.
Right.
But sometimes our highest self is not reaching a peak or making a certain amount of money or anything of that nature. Our highest self is really being at the control of peace with our emotions and feelings.
Right. I'm just saying, I get what you're saying.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm
what
just
you're
saying
saying is
that-
deep. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is we think that way
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we don't think we're there.
Yeah.
So that keeps us
Nah, I
being
agree.
consistent.
No, that's it. That's
Yeah,
it. We're
that
saying
keeps,
this.
yeah,
Yeah,
that keeps us
absolutely.
being consistent.
Yeah.
But I just feel like if you give it to me too early, maybe I will mess it up.
Yeah, because it's funny. Like, just to build on that one, and that would probably be our last question with it. The reason why I say that is because training your mind
Right.
to view things requires you to release certain things that are prohibitors from it happening.
Absolutely.
Right? So when you look at it from the perspective of, I know that I want my future to look this way. You can be talking about your family, you can talk about your career, you can be talking about investments, whatever it is that you want to talk about. The main thing that most people at least in my experience, that people don't want to reason why they don't want to look ahead is because of not a fear of failing or not being those things, but a fear of seeing something or seeing a future where they're not there, which means that their life is no longer present. They're not living anymore. But I think that what we have to remember is in order for us to know where we're going, we have to know what it looks like.
Right.
And so because we have to have what the destination looks like, we therefore, in theory, have to think to that degree so we can start to arm ourselves with consistent, intentional habits that will put us on the road to be able to reach those destinations.
That's why we always see our better self there.
That's why we always see our better self there, our healthier self there, our wealthier self there, or, you understand what I'm saying? Whatever it is. So the future, but I agree with you, there is an element of that if you looked in the past, you would see certain things. Now, nobody asked you to change either one.
Nah.
It was just if you could see it.
See it, yeah.
I
don't want to.
I don't have a problem with looking at my past. I've experienced it.
Right.
I don't fear seeing the future because I have an anticipation of what I believe it looks like anyway.
But I don't fear it. I just like to live on the whim. I like to embrace it the first time because like that's why when I'm the type of person when somebody watches a show, don't tell me, man, I want to see it for myself.
I'm like that.
Yeah.
I'm like that. I'm like that. Because it's like certain things,
Right.
like God forbid, but it's certain things that you like. Imagine being in the bed, like this is going to be a little left field, y'all, but work with me. You in the bed, you sleep, you seeing into the future, but when you roll over, the wife that you have now ain't the right wife that you got then.
Yeah. See? That'll
Horrifying. That's
right.
a horrible movie.
Now, but that doesn't mean, and I'm gonna go even deeper. That doesn't mean, well, obviously something changed, but it doesn't mean that somebody wronged you or you wronged them.
Right.
Because
Right.
pop.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
But for some people,
Yeah.
exactly. But for some
people they gonna think, oh, did she cheat on me? Or I cheat?
not even that.
Yeah.
Yes, but then for some people, they also thinking, let me make sure that I'm doing everything I can right now to be as enjoyable as possible with those people.
That's people who got that's optimistic people.
Or just people who
The
understand that the future is what it is, like the past is what it is.
And the glass is half full.
Right, but the people who understand what the past is, they've seen it, they've experienced it, and they've moved forward. The people that don't see the future, we don't know how those feelings are going to be.
Let me tell you how I took the question.
Okay.
You already cleared it up a few seconds ago
Right.
before we wrapped this up.
Right.
You said you didn't say nothing about changing either one.
Right.
So when you told me I can go look at the past,
Mhm.
I wanted to relive some moments.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's really the same.
But I might be like this time instead of me going right, I'm gonna go left. Like something like that.
Right.
That might change my whole life.
Or one of those times, God forbid, but maybe mom called and I really wasn't doing too much, but I couldn't grab the phone right at that moment, but I could have really grabbed the phone at that moment.
Right.
And it was a conversation you didn't have. Those things exist in both areas.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
Yep. So you can take us out of that one, brother.
Yeah. That was another episode of Would You Rather right here on the Porch Podcast, episode 155, Consistency. We're back and we're going to wrap. So, before we get up out of here, y'all, as y'all can see, I have on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Mike Evans jersey.
You don't
Just clap
believe
it up
yourself?
for him.
Like your pauses
Clap it
was
up.
crazy just now. It's like you don't believe yourself.
And P has on a stylish, legendary number 7 Michael Vick jersey. Right? And
Let's go.
And as y'all know, it's wild card round. Okay. In fact, at 4:30 we have the Buffalo Bills versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. But they saved the best game for last.
Absolutely.
And they did this because of the Porch podcast.
I can confirm it.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be hosting
That's right.
the Philadelphia Eagles, the number 5 seed versus the number 4 seed.
Thank you.
As you guys can all see and already know, if you knew me, I am a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. I'm not going to talk any trash to my brother. May the best man win.
We don't do that.
I sit amongst a lot of Eagles fans tonight. A lot of them. I will be watching the game with Eagles fans. I'm just saying, don't take us too light. Don't take us too light.
No, not at all.
That's all I want to say.
Not at all. Yeah, like he said, though, you know what I mean? Big game tonight. I'm going to say go Birds. You know, y'all know how we do.
Right.
And, you know, we're going to see how it all shakes out in the wash.
Got to do this before we leave. Hey, listen. We shook his hand and said what's up to him. Shout out to JoJo that be on Gilly on Sports. He was out there in line with us at PodCon.
Shout out.
Why you was in line? That's the question. That wasn't. You know what I mean?
You know?
Yeah.
It worked out how it worked out. He was in the building.
Yeah, he was in the building.
He got in the building.
He had a suit on, too.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah.
Hey, man, like we say, man, each and every week we appreciate you guys rocking out with us. You know, you could be anywhere in the world.
You know.
But you're here with us.
It came out like that.
You like that one?
Yeah.
And the reality of it, like he says each and every week, the consistency that we deliver or we bring to the show is because you guys are consistently hanging out with us each and every week, and we appreciate you. Do me a favor and do the people a favor and let them know if they want to hear it, where they can hear it at.
If they want to hear us, you can hear us on all your favorite podcast and streaming sites. iHeartRadio, Audible, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Red Circle. Anywhere you want to hear your podcast at, you can catch the Porch Podcast. And not just this episode, but all 155 of them. You know what I mean? Tell them where they can see us at.
Each and every week right here on Facebook on my brother's page. Generally speaking, somewhere between, I would say, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Y'all know we always put the issue on it. You can obviously see us the following day. Like this episode right here that's on Facebook right now. You can see tomorrow, which will be Tuesday, 7 p.m. It drops on YouTube. On our YouTube channel, if you don't have the information, it's at The Porch Podcast on YouTube. Make sure you click subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like it, leave comments. Please, keep hanging in there and rocking out with us.
Somebody just subscribe right now.
That was a great thing. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
And make sure that you, like I said, share this content. We appreciate it. This has been episode number 155, Consistency. And once again, man, happy birthday, Dr. Martin Luther King.
All right, y'all.
See y'all next week.
All right, now.
All right, peace.
Peace.